Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. This is Stan here with you. Well, a few of you have been asking me how often should you change the diesel fuel filter in your car. I'll be talking about that and more in today's vlog, so stay tuned. So if you see from my service history, right from 2014, that is when the Verna had gone to the dealership last, from 2014 till 2021, or 44,000 kilometers if you consider the last service done at the dealership was at 10,000 kilometers, and the last diesel fuel filter replacement I did was at 54,238 kilometers. So that means around 44,000 kilometers and 7 years I have not replaced the diesel fuel filter. So a question in most of your minds would be, how safe is it to go this long without replacing your diesel fuel filter? Honestly, it's a calculated risk. Because I don't drive this car much on highways, so obviously this makes me avoid refueling my vehicle from untrusted or dodgy fuel pumps. So I usually fill my fuel from Bharat Petroleum, and I have a trusted fuel bunk at my place. So due to this one reason, I did not replace my diesel fuel filter frequently, because I know the fuel that goes into my vehicle is relatively safe. And I'll also show you how my diesel fuel looks like in the 7 years and 44,000 kilometers. So this is how the fuel from the diesel fuel filter look like after 7 years. So the brown that you see at the bottom, this is the dirt that collected over the 7 years and 44,000 kilometers. So apart from that, the fuel is actually good. I probably could have stretched it to another 10,000 kilometers, but I didn't want to take any chances because replacing the diesel fuel filter was relatively cheap. Right now just around 1,700 or 1,800 rupees I guess for the diesel fuel filter, but few years back it was around 2,500 rupees, so that was actually a bit more expensive. Now it's cheap. And also when you skip replacing your diesel fuel filter, you actually risk damaging the components after the diesel fuel filter, like the injectors and such, so which are actually more expensive to repair. So that's one of the reasons why people don't wait this long to replace your diesel fuel filter, because it's relatively inexpensive. Also, people who travel regularly on highways, they tend to refuel from dodgy fuel pumps. You can get highly contaminated fuel from those fuel bunks. So that's also another reason why customers prefer replacing their fuel filters every 10,000 kilometers or 1 year. Obviously, like me, if you don't travel highways that much and you mainly use your vehicles only within the city and you have a trusted fuel bunk, you actually can stretch your diesel fuel filter replacement to 20 or 40,000 kilometers. I think you'll be relatively safe if you trust your fuel bunk enough. Obviously, you save some money by not replacing your fuel filter every 10,000 kilometers or 1 year. In my case, obviously, I've escaped replacing it for around 7 years or around 44,000 kilometers. But I don't think it will be applicable to you guys. If you do highway travel often, obviously, I will not recommend you to have such a long gap while replacing your diesel fuel filter. So another important thing that I want to mention regarding the last diesel fuel filter replacement DIY is that while I was fitting the diesel fuel filter back into the housing, I tightened it with the help of the fuel filter wrench. Now that is a wrong step, please don't follow that. Actually just hand tightening the filter back to the housing was more than enough. I didn't over tighten it with the fuel filter wrench, but still that's not the right way, because there's a slight chance of damaging the fuel filter's thread while tightening it with the fuel filter wrench. So that is one thing you need to keep in mind. If you're doing that DIY, please do not tighten the fuel filter to the housing with the fuel filter wrench. So just hand tighten the fuel filter back to the housing, and that's more than enough. So this is one important step that you guys must not forget while doing that DIY. So I'm not sure how many of you people have noticed this, but I've actually been replacing my engine oil every 10,000 kilometers. Now that 10,000 kilometer used to come every 1 year. So I was actually within the manufacturer recommendation of replacing the engine oil every year or 10,000 kilometers. But if you see from December 2018 or 46,300 kilometers, it has been more than 1 year since I have reached another 10,000 kilometers. That is, right now in 2021, my car has done just 54,000 kilometers. But if you see the gap, it's almost 3 years since I've done the engine oil replacement. So I'm not sure, I obviously did not feel any difference in the engine performance or smoothness. The engine is still smooth, but I'm not sure how safe it is. If you guys have any idea about that, please do mention it in the comment section below. Is it safe to exceed this 1 year limit? Now it's almost 3 years since I did not replace the engine oil in my Verna. Obviously I already have the engine oil and the oil filter and everything ready in hand. I'm going to do it next week. But obviously with all this lockdown in place, I did not reach that 10,000 kilometers yet. So yeah, so that's that. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and found this vlog informative. If you did, please do hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Until next time, this is Stan signing out. Bye bye.